Everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for all your nice comments of late, and to all my new subscribers as well as my current subscribers. So I've come on today to just do some simple stamping. I got these products last year and I've used this one, but I haven't used those two, so I thought it might be quite nice just to come on and do some simple stamping and then pop them together and make them into cards. So I've cut out excuse me, 5-inch squared cards from the lovely super smooth Pink Frog designs. I think it is Pink Frog crafts or designs. So I've got these and I thought I'm just going to do some simple stamping, and I will show you as well. I'm going to come on with those as well. I won a giveaway from Lavinia Stamps, so I will be coming on to do some cards with that giveaway prize, and I'll show you at the end what I won. So this stamp set anyway is from Concord and 9th, and it is Sweet Strawberry stamp set. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stamps here. Now there's a very, very huge strawberry, which I could stamp right in the centre. But I think I'm going to go for the smaller strawberries. So I've got all my blocks here. I cleaned them all yesterday. Not yesterday, it must have been Friday, but I cleaned them all, and I cleaned my desk. It's not completely clean, but it is so much better, and I've put all the stuff that I wasn't using more or less away. And that is going to be my challenge, is to try and just keep my desk a little bit tidier, because it was just getting ridiculous. So there's a strawberry there. Let's get one of this one as well onto a block. So let's get the right side. Yep, that's the right side. Yep. And I've got a couple of the, so I'm just trying to see what would go. That would probably go with that one. Actually, I could just put that on there, hopefully. Oh no, because if I'm going to be doing different colours. Wrong way around, surely. And let's get another one of these. I think that's probably more that size, yes. So there we go. That's the two I think I'm going to use, and I'm not sure what else. I will put a wee sentiment somewhere along the lines as well. So let's just start with one card. So I've got some really old stamp inks, some inks that were for stamping up, and I've had them for ages, and some of them still are absolutely fine. I'm not sure about some of the other ones, but I thought I'd just use them for a change, because I haven't used them in a while, and I think it's quite nice to just use them up. So I'm hoping this red one is still juicy. So I'm just going to make a design on this base and see what we come up with. So let's just, yeah, it seems quite juicy, that one. So let's just do one in the centre, I think. That seems to stamp okay. I'll do another one. So I'm just doing a really design that I'm just making up as I go along. There's no real way I'm sort of thinking of doing it. I'm just kind of making it up. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm just going to pop that down there. And leave it at that for a minute. I'll shut this up just now. And we'll get a green. So there's quite a few greens here. So there's one called Granny Apple Green, one called Pear Pizzazz. There's one called... So I think you can still get these colours as far as I'm aware. And there's one called Soft Succulent. So let's try Pear Pizzazz first, see, because it's going to be quite a bright colour. So we could try one with this colour, maybe one the other. So we just want to sit it just over there like that. Like so. And then let's try this other one, this other colour, which is called Granny Apple Green, which is, I think is a nice colour too, because I remember using it when I did it in the past. So I always find that just tapping it onto your ink pad is enough. Don't push it right in, because you'll just get ink everywhere and it will just be a mess. So there's not a great deal of difference in that colour really. It's a slight difference, but not that much. So that could just be one card on its own. I have got a nice little flower here that I can pop in between. So there's this little flower here. So that could again go on a much smaller block. And I could just put that in between. Now, usually the flowers on strawberries are white. I have a white, so I think what I'm going to do is... Oh, there was Evening Evergreen, never saw that one actually. Too late now. Let's see, what colour can we make this? Something quite... Here, we've got this very pale purple colour, Gorgeous Grape, so let's just try that. I know the flower, as I say, is white on a strawberry, but... So I'm just going to pop that in between. Now that didn't quite go on very... Make any difference there either. Maybe that Gorgeous Grape is a bit dried up now. Looks a wee bit like it's not very juicy. That was better. Let's do one more up there. And another one there, and I think we'll leave it at that. Now, I've just, as I said, I've realised that I've got that darker Evening Evergreen colour, so I could use that for the strawberries as well, just as an extra. Let's try and see if I can get it over the top of this one. Right, let's just see. So trying to see if I'm getting it in the right place. Just hoping I am. Yeah, that's okay as well. So I might do that on those two. Just kind of hovering. So that's the beauty of these photopolymer stamps, because you can see over the top and you can kind of line it up, hopefully. Yep, that looks a wee bit better, I think. And I think I'm going to do the same with this, because I think the darker colour does look better. What I should have done actually was mask off strawberries. It's not so easy seeing this one. I don't think that was quite, no, that didn't quite, I've just messed that up there, haven't I? That didn't quite go in the right place. It's a bit out as well. Right, so we'll just leave that one. That wasn't so good, Shirley. Right, now I've got this yellow Posca pen because I popped my, what do you call them, markers away. So I'm just going to use this for the yellow on the strawberries, the little seeds that you get. Oh, I've wasted that one. Which is a shame. Never mind. Never mind. I'm sure I can do something to just kind of cover that up slightly. So when we do the next card, we'll mask it. I think that will be better. Masking it off. Just put a wee bit of yellow into that centre of the flower as well. And then just do this, the last one. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take, maybe that's not the pen. Let's see what we got. I'm just going to take this gold pen and I'm just going to bring a little sort of, as if it's a sort of, what is it? I'm thinking of the word. I can't think of the word. It's like linking all the flowers, so it's a sort of stem, isn't it? Really. Yeah. And then I'm going to just draw in some leaves in gold as well. So just sort of small shape, like a kind of almond shape, I always see, or a leaf shape, whatever you want to call it. And then maybe a slightly bigger one there. And just a few little ones down the bottom, like that. That should work. It probably would have worked with this as well. But sorry, I'm muttering to myself. Yeah, I think I'm just going to put a bit more gold on these. So that was just to make a stem type for the little florals just to be joined to the design, so it looks a wee bit more as part of the strawberries. It's not just a little isolated. And then we'll just do that, and then I'm just going to put a few tiny little dots inside the centres of the flowers as well. Like that. There we go. And let's just put that over there just now. So I'm just trying to see if there's anything on the other things that I could add. Oh, maybe I could make this look like a frame. So we've got these two like wooden type slats, or what would you call them? I call them slats. They're not, well, they're like, what are they? I can't think of the word. Pieces of wood. I'll just say pieces of wood because I can't think of the word. Now, I'm not going to use the whole thing. So what I'll do is I'll pop it onto here, and I'll just use, and I'll try and get it straight, and I'll just, planks is the word I'm looking for. I couldn't think of the word, and now it's come to me, it's planks. So 2 like planks, so I'll pop that onto there and try and keep it relatively straight. Is that straight-ish? That's not straight. It's wonky. I'm trying to stay within the line. So I'll start again. Still a bit wonky. I suppose it doesn't matter. So I've got this one called Soft Suede, which is a brown colour, and it's still wonky. Why is it so wonky? Surely, I suppose it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to pop it on to here. Oh, don't pop your fingers in it though. I'll try not to do it. Sorry about the noise. Against here. I don't know how, I'm not sure how juicy this ink pad is. But there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and just make a frame with it. Like that. Okay. And it is a bit wonky, but that doesn't really matter too much. So I'm now taking the ink pad to the stamp because that's easier this time around. Sometimes it's easier as well with bigger stamps. So I'm going to obviously overlap here, and that's fine. I want it to look like that, so that's also fine. So just push that on there. There we go. It didn't stamp that well there, but that's okay. Pop some more on, and we can just pop this on this side as well. Just push down a wee bit more so that we can get into the middle. That's a wee bit better, but it doesn't matter that it's not perfect. And then just one more bit, like so. That's it. hide that like that. So that's okay. There's a couple of bits that didn't stamp very well, but that's actually okay. Don't bother about that so much. So I'm looking for a piece of backing paper here inside in my little box of tricks. So these are just all old papers that I keep in my, no, I think that's too busy. Too much going on in that one. So I've got it off to the side here. So it's just a box of papers that I've kind of cut down to basically 6 by 6. Yeah. Maybe the dark green colour would look nice because it would bring out a bit more of the greenery in these, or not. Let's see, I did have a dark green bit there, I saw it there, but I don't know if it's big enough, so that might be too much going on. That's okay, but not sure about that one. Let's see what else we've got here. I do have a much bigger box of colours, papers, because I do try and keep papers for as long as I can, but sometimes I have to just get rid of them. That's quite nice too. It's a slightly different green colour. What do you think? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I need to get my... Right, so I've got this one of... It might just be okay like that. Yeah, let's just pop it on like that. So we need our glue here. And it is a bit... But I'm going to hide that with a sentiment. That bit. And then we can go over and make another card. Just wanted to do some simple stamping because it's nice to do techniques and things too, but it's also nice to just realise and remember how nice it is just to stamp, for it to be pretty simple. But yeah, so let's see. So the wording is, I'd pick you every time, which I could pop over there, or you're the sweetest pick of the patch, which could, I think I'm just going to go this longer one because it's longer and it will hide a bit I don't want to have. So I've got extra pieces of the card as well, so let's just get a block. So pop that down onto there and just pick that up, and I'm going to do it in, what will I do it in? Oh dear, I think I'll do it in, let's do the Evening Evergreen because it's quite nice. So I'm taking the stamp to the pad because it's smaller, and just tapping on like that, and then just taking that there, giving it a good press, not too much, shouldn't need to press too hard, and then there we go. So this time I'm just going to cut it. I'm not going to cut it out with anything else. I'm going to use my big long shears from Tonic that I've got as well, and then what I can do is I can just kind of cover that one over and hide that. So I want to just make it into a sort of point there. And then I'm going to get my, if I just move that, my sticky pads. I'm going to finger open. Just pop them on the back of here. So I've got some of these left, which will be perfect for this. So just pop that on there and there, and we'll pull the back off. So this, I'm just really using all of my sticky, what do you call them, my double-sided foam pads. So there I was able to cover that up, so I'm quite happy with that card. So if we wanted to sort of, what's the word, just slightly oomph that card up a bit, make it slightly more, we could, oh, I've not got a bucket because I took it to the other bucket. Anyway, that's okay, not to worry. So if you did want to do something else with the same set, so this is just basically simple stamping, but if you wanted to just make it slightly more, what you would do is you could mask it off. Now, saying that, I have got masking stuff, but what I'm going to do just now is I'm going to just make a mask out of what I've got on the table, because I don't have other stuff to mask it off with. You see what I mean? So I'm just fiddling in my box of tricks at the side here, trying to find something that I can just mask off with. So this is just a bit of card. So what I want to do is I want to stamp it again. So if I stamp it again with that red, there it is. So to make a mask, you would usually use something that had a bit of sticky on the back. So I could actually get something else to use because that's not very good. I'll be back in a second and we can do it properly. Right, so I've come back, so I've got a post-it note. So you can use this post-it note, or you can use a bit of masking. You get masking sheets as well, but I find just using this is actually fine. So what you do is, depending on what it is you want to mask off, you would stamp near the sticky bit at the top, and that's probably not quite high enough. So let's just do it again. So I'll do it there. So I've done two. So that's two. And I think I've got 2 bits of paper there. So pop that there just now, and then pop that back down. And then you can do exactly the same with whatever it is. So this time it's strawberry. I can do 2 of them as well. So 2 of the smaller and 2 of the larger, and then I'm going to do these bits of greenery as well. So I'm just going to use this darker green colour, and I'm going to do exactly the same. So the sticky is at the top here, so just put that there. You can do a couple of these as well, and then a couple of the smaller ones. So it may not be strawberries you're using, it may be anything basically. So, right, we've done that. So what we need to do now is to cut these out so we can use them as masks, and that's why you have them at the sticky part of your post-it. So it may take a few minutes just to do this, so I'll come back when I've finished. Right, so I've cut all these out and made masks, so they're sticky, so they'll stick on where, if I want to make my strawberry look like it's behind another strawberry, if you see what I mean. So for this one, I'm just going to do big strawberry, little strawberry sort of thing, I think, at the moment. So let's get the red again. So I'm going to start actually with small strawberry first. So I'm going to just go across the card. So one there. And then what I need to do now, because I want to put big strawberry next to it, I need to get the mask that I've made and I need to pop that over there, and so it looks like, so well so it means that it won't stamp over, if you see what I mean. It'll look like it's behind it, so I just have to make sure that is sticky. It's sticky, but it's not for sticking on that well, so I'm just going to do that, and then I'll get big strawberry and I'll put him next, like that. And then when I take the mask off, it looks like it's behind the other strawberry. So then for the next one, I need to put one over the big strawberry, because I'm going to stamp next to it with the little one. So that's what I'm doing now. So I'm just going to stamp on there like that, and then, oh, that came off. So now it's not overlapping. That's really what I'm trying to say, that it won't be overlapping. That's just a way of doing it, masking it off, and so it looks like it's you know, it's behind the other one. So I'm now going on to big strawberry again. I mean, there's lots of ways you can do this as well. You don't have to do a straight line. I'm just showing you in a straight line this time, but you do it in a circle, in a bunch, really any way you liked. So yep, so I need to get another big one again, like that. Just make sure it's slightly more to that side, like that, and then get the smaller one again, and just have it slightly higher this time. We'll go and then take that off, and it looks like it's behind again. And then this one, is that too far over maybe? And then the bigger one, I'm going to put slightly further down there. Like that. Oh, it's taking it off. And then I'm going to do another one here on this area. Now I'm going to probably not put it to the side, I'll be putting it maybe up above here. So same thing, just like that, and then there you go. Now we need to do the greenery, so that's going to be really exactly the same. So we're going to do some of the greenery dark green and some of the greenery light green. So I'm going to go for Granny Apple Green and Evening Evergreen for these two. And I'm just going to get, I've got a wee wipe here to just wipe any excess ink we don't really want or need. I'll just take this off these as well. They're already stained now, but it doesn't matter. And if you do this thing, don't throw these away, because you can actually keep them in your box ready for another time that you perhaps do it. So I'm going to start, oh, stuck to the thing there. I'm going to start with the bigger one this time. Now, so I don't want it to go onto my strawberry, so I want to then cover that back up again, because I don't want it to go onto my strawberry, if you see what I mean. So if I cover that back up, I can then just pop that on up the top there, and then that means it goes like that, so it doesn't go onto your actual strawberry. So our next wee one is going to be going on to here. So it's the same thing, just put that over the existing strawberry that you've got, or whatever image you're using. Mask it off and then pop your next piece of greenery of the strawberry on top, and then you find that it will come out like that. So just carry on doing that all the way along. So this was the darker one. Probably should have put some onto that one as well, but I didn't. And then what I need to do is just pop that back on, because I'm going to do these other two, and I don't want them either to get covered. So if I get these ones, just pop these back on, is what I should have done with that one, the first one, but never, doesn't matter so much. So I am now going to get my smaller one, and I'm going to just go to the Granny Apple Green again, and then I'm going to pop that. Don't think I need one on here. There we go, and the same with this one. That, and then we need to go back to, so what we need to do here is we need to cover this one here as well, and this one here. Because this is going to be a bigger one, the bigger bit of greenery. So, and we actually need to put this one on as well, just to cover that area, and then we can just stamp in there, and then there we go. So that is how it would work if you were using these as masks. So you'd get your nice line and it wouldn't be overlapping really in any way. So now there's a few splats there. So I'm going to do the flower again as well, because I thought that looked quite nice. So we'll get the little flower, but we won't need to do anything to it. So we're just going to change the colour up this time, and we're going to have this, sorry folks, we're going to have this nice yellow colour. This is quite a pale yellow, but I think it'll work. So we're just going to get a wee bit of that onto there, and we're just going to pop the flower on here and there as well. And that's that one done. So what we can do now is just get these Posca pens back and just do some additions to it. So let's see, I've got my gold pen again, which I think I might use this time just. So I'm just going to do that for the white that are usually yellowy. They're not usually as round circles as these, but I'm afraid that's the stamp. But they're more sort of, I'd say, teardrop shapes, but that's the stamp, so just have to go with it. I suppose it doesn't have to be exactly right, does it? So yeah, just turning that round. I turn that round because that's a gel pen. It takes a wee while to kind of just dry, and I don't want to smudge it because it would smudge if I went over it with my other fingers. So just turn it round if you do something like this. And yeah, I quite like these stamps. I got them, got them ages ago. They were in a sale on a shop called Seven Hills Crafts, which is somewhere down in England. I can't remember where exactly. But I have bought quite a few things from them actually. They're very good. So I'm just going to do the same. So I'm just going to sort of try and just join them up, so it feels like it's more part of what's, you know, going on in the main. Could just kind of join there as well, and then just adding some leaves on the ends or on parts of it. Quite easy to draw a leaf really. It's the kind of two curves that join at each end. Perhaps you could call it an eye shape. I don't know what you would type of call it, but I tend to just do them like that. You could make them even smaller as well. They don't have to be. And then I'm just going to go in with my gold pen into the centre of these three here, turning it round again and just adding some more sort of leaves to just kind of make it feel less disjointed. I think that's okay. Now I'm going to add a little bit of the purple Posca pen. I did do gold there, but I'm just going to put some of the purple there. Purple on the centre of these little florals, just to add a wee bit of interest to them as well. Okay. Now, what else you could do as well is you could add, what do you call it? Just get this trolley. I've moved my trolley around the corner. So I can just get this trolley. So what you could actually add as well, just to slightly, where's the, I've lost it, where is it? Gems. Glossy accents. So I'll add the glossy accents once I've put this onto a bit of backing paper. Let's see what we've got here. What would this gingham look like? Would that fit onto the gingham? No, I think it needs cut down a bit. Let's just see. So these are just very, very old papers. They're not new at all. Let's see if there's anything here. What about that one? That's quite nice, isn't it? Let's just pop it onto that. So we would need to chop that slightly as well. So that's 5. So if I chop this to 5.5 squared, I do need, I think I've got new trimmers, but I do need new. Let's just pop that on. Yeah, that looks better. And what we need to do now is also, so if we pop that on, I will make them into cards and I will put them on my social media pages. So, oh, drings. Don't do that. So it just gives it a nice border. And that's quite nice, that colour kind of brings, I think, just makes it pop a bit. So, what you would do with your glossy accents, you could either have them on the whole lot of the strawberries, or you would pick 1 or 2 of them, or just 1, whatever you fancied. So, there's 1, and I'll put it on the greenery as well. I think I'm going to put it on the bigger ones actually. So obviously you have to leave this to dry. It doesn't dry immediately and you can't use a heat tool. I wouldn't advise using a heat tool on it. Just leave it for maybe half an hour to 45 minutes and it should be done by then. But definitely do not use a heat tool to, well, I've certainly never done that and never thought of doing that, so I wouldn't do it, wouldn't advise it. That's not my advice. Don't do it, folks. So, and it is really nice once you've finished, you can do the flowers if you want to as well, just whatever, if you did such a similar design to this or not, I don't know. So I just do a couple of the flowers, and that's another way that you can kind of make it a wee bit more, more, so that would go on a card like that. So that's 2 ways with the strawberry. I mean, there's lots more ways, much more ways than that. Oh, that's the wrong thing. But they're just 2 ways. So I haven't put actually a sentiment on this one. So let's just see. Would that work? Super sweet. You're the sweetest pick of the patch. Let's just pop that on and then it'll be done. And I'll come back with something else. I think I'm going to try some fancy fold cards. I've not done fancy fold cards for a while, and I was thinking of doing them. So let's just get a piece of spare card here. So the same thing. I'm just going to do this one in, I think I'll just do it in the, where's the red? The red, where is it? It's hiding. Right, let's do it in this red. I mean, there's also other ways that you can use your strawberry, not just as a strawberry. There's also like other ways you can actually use it. So there's lots of ideas, but I just thought to come on and do some simple stuff. So I'm just going to pop that onto there. You're the sweetest pick of the patch, which is quite nice, isn't it? And I'm just going to cut it again. I'm not going to do any special things. Let's just try and I'll do exactly the same. Oh, we will just put on some of these, and that will be us done. I'm sorry if it's such a long video, but sometimes it's just nice to watch the process of these things, how they come about, and then what the end product is. So let's just pop this on. I think I'm just going to pop it on. Let's still squint. Doesn't matter. Yeah, let's just pop it on at the end here. Like that. So, hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll be back very soon. Bye for now.